So this video is about superset and subset, which is one of the very important categories when it comes to the types of sets. Let's start off with it. Okay, so before understanding it, let's first see what this term is. It says it's super set, and this is subset. You know very well that super means something which is bigger. Okay, so super means big, right? And sub means part of something big, part of something big. I hope now it will become very easy to understand. Let's suppose I have a set, let's say set of natural numbers. But I am not interested in this whole natural number set. Rather, I'm interested in some elements of it. So, let's say I have taken out a set from this, which is a set of first 10 natural numbers. Okay, so let this set be A, for example, and this is the set which contains only the first 10 natural numbers. Now, if you see here, this was the infinite set because it didn't have any limit. This is a finite set, okay, and it contains only small part of this set, which is only the 10 elements. This one is the bigger set, or you can say the superset, or you can also say it grand set, whereas this one is the subset, which is the small set which is taken out from this big set. The big set here is the set of natural numbers, and the subset is only the first 10 natural numbers. So subset, the small set or the part of a bigger set which is taken from the superset. Here you can see that we have another set which is the set of days in the week. Now first decide whether this is a superset or a subset. If you observe, it has got all the days in it. There's no day missing. So this is the superset. That is that bigger set which has got all the elements which we are taking into consideration. Now if I ask you to make a set out of this set which only consists of the days starting with T. So can you come up with that? We have Tuesday, Thursday, and there's no other day starting with T. So we can make a subset T equals to Tuesday, Thursday. So this is the set which only contains two elements, okay, Tuesday and Thursday, because our requirement was to make a set which only consists of days starting with D. So this is basically taken out from this set. So this is the subset, a small set taken out from the bigger one. Now can you come up with the set of days starting with S? So if you observe here, we have Saturday, Sunday. These are the 2 days starting off with S, letter S. So you can make a subset. Let that set be S, Saturday, Sunday. So this is again a subset which is a part of this bigger set. So now make a subset of the days in the week starting with M. So there is only one, which is Monday. It is the only day starting with M. So this is another subset. If I ask you to make a set out of it, which starts with letter V. So do you see any day starting with the letter V? No. So there is the chance that there is nothing in it of our concern. So since we don't have any element, so it's a null set. And null set is a subset of every set. Okay, so I hope that you have understood about superset and subset. Now let's see that how do we write this superset and subset in mathematical form. There's a symbol like this which is used in mathematics to show this. Now how do we use it? Let's see. Now you know very well this is our superset. Let me write it for you. Superset. And these all are our subsets. Okay, so let's first take T as our subset. So we write first the subset T. T is the subset. Okay, so this is the way we write it. This symbol is read as subset of. So you can read as T is the subset of W. So this is always open towards the superset, the bigger set. Okay, so if this is here, we'll open towards this, right? So this is how we write it. Now can you write M is the subset of W? So M is the subset of W. S is the subset of W. Okay, so this is one of the ways. Okay, we first mention the subset and then superset. But what if we write superset first? Okay, let's write this in the second way. W is the superset. As I said that it is always open towards the bigger set of T. So here it is read as superset. So these are the two of the ways we can write superset and subset. I hope that you get the concept and how to write it mathematically. Let's do some problems. Okay, now let's do a practice problem, and here let's see that how much did you grasp. You can see there are two sets which are given to you. First thing is to identify subset and superset, notate it mathematically, and in the end you have to draw the Venn diagram. So let's start off. So now you know that subset and superset. Superset is a bigger set from which a small set is taken out. Which one of them is the superset and which is the subset? Pause the video and try to figure out that what's going to be the superset and subset. Okay, so I hope that you would have come up with some answers. Now let's see. Now if you see here, our first set, which is A, it's 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Okay, and the second set is 1 3 5 7. Now if you see that all these elements are also the elements of this bigger one, right? So all the elements are there in this set. So this set must be taken out from this bigger set. So which one is the superset? Yes, you are right. A is the superset and O is the set of odd numbers which is taken out from set A. It is a small set or part of A or subset mathematically. Okay, so how do we write it? Now there are two ways as we have discussed previously. The first way we can write this as O is the subset of A. Okay, so let me write here so that you can. O is the subset of A. Okay, so this is how we write it. Remember, the open of this U is always towards the superset. So this is sub and this is super. Okay, there is one more way of writing it in terms of superset. So A is the superset of O. So here as well, we have this is our superset, this is our subset, and this U opens towards the superset. So both of these are right. You can choose either of it. Now there is the third part which says that draw the Venn diagram. Which set is the bigger one? A. So let's first draw A. So here we have the set A. Since O is the part of A, so we'll draw it inside because all the elements of O are contained in A. So this is O. Now let's write the elements. So we have in O 1, 3, 5, 7. And apart from it, we have 2, we have 4, we have 6, which is only in A. That O shows since it is contained in A, so A has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all these. But this is the only O. I hope you get this. So this is how we draw the Venn diagram in case of superset and subset. Now here it's very important to discuss the types of subsets. We have further two types of subsets. The first is the proper and the other is the improper. Let's see what's the difference between the two. So let's understand with the help of example. So the first is the proper subset. Now here if you see A is equals to 1, 2, 3. Okay, it has got 3 elements. B is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now if I ask you to label the superset and subset, can you? Of course, this is the bigger set. So this is the superset here. And this is the subset. Okay. But A is such kind of subset. Here, if you see all the elements of A are also in B, but B has some elements which are not in A. So in such kind of case, this is the proper subset. If the superset or the bigger set or the other set has at least one element, at least one element, it could be more than one, but at least one element which is not the part of A or which is not the part of subset. So such kind of set is the proper subset. So here A is a subset, but it's not only a subset, it's a proper subset. Okay, so we can write it as A is the proper subset of B. It is same as we have discussed. But now we are specifying that it's a proper subset. So A is the proper subset of B. Okay, so the definition says say if every element of A is in B, but B has at least one element which is not in A, so that is the proper subset as we have discussed. Now let's see what's improper subset. Now if you see here, you are unable to decide which one is a superset and which is the subset because all the three elements are in both of them. So such kind of subsets are known as improper subsets if all the elements of the superset is in the subset. Okay, so it is written just in the same way but with a slight difference. A is the improper subset of B. So A is the improper subset of B. So now let's do some practice. Now you are given with the superset. This is the superset, which is the set of natural numbers, and these are your subsets. And you have to figure out that what kind of subsets they are, and you are to write it mathematically. So let's see the one, okay, which is the set of natural numbers. So here we have 2, 4, 6. So the superset has got 3 elements which are not in E. So what kind of subset E is? E is the proper subset. E is the proper subset of N, or you can rewrite it as N is the proper superset of E. It, let me write here, it's proper. Let's see the second one. O equals to 1, 3, 5. Now if you see here, it's 1, 3, 5. There are some elements which are there in the subset of O. So again, this is the proper subset. O is the proper subset. O is the proper subset of N. Or you can say this way, N is the proper superset of O. Let's see the third one. Here A equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is still 6 is not there in this subset. So again, this is the proper subset. A is the proper subset. A is the proper subset of N, or N is the proper superset of A. Now let's see the last one, which is B equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now if you observe, all the elements of the superset are there in this given subset. So here B is not a proper superset, it is the improper, because all the elements of the superset are there in this subset. So it is written as B is the improper. By using this bar, we differentiate between the improper and proper. Since all the elements of N are the elements of B, so this is the improper subset. Okay, so you can write it as B is the improper subset of N, or you can rewrite it as N is the improper superset of B. So I hope that this video was useful for you. Have a happy learning. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel.